Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey.
Pausing workout.
Beautiful. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 142 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run every single day out of the year this year, 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I had originally also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. But with the amount of miles I've pumped out so far within the year, that mileage seemed a little bit too attainable. So we have officially switched the miles to 1,500 miles this year, running every single day out of the year. That's the goal. Last year, in 2020, I was able to run 1,002 miles. And I did that within 175 days out of the year. Hang on, guys. I gotta find out where I'm at. Guys, just keep going. All right. So I did that within 175 days out of the year. So this year will be a 50% step up in the amount of miles I'm going for, as well as a 100% step up in the amount of days I'll be out here running. Like I said, today is day 142. I'm out here today putting in right around 13.1. I gotta do a half marathon at least. And we're doing that because every single month I've done a half marathon so far. And I want to keep that going. And right now we're getting so late into the month that I'm actually trying to start my taper for the 50K trail race I have coming up in less than 2 weeks. So this is going to be my last big run, and it's going to be about 13.1 for the day. Might be a little bit over. I will not have official mileage, but when I get home, I'll do a little snippet and give you the mileage on the day, year, month, and the week. Alright, 29, then I gotta turn left. Alright. So, I'll give you the update on all those miles for the day, week, month, and year. I'll cut it in right now, right here.
Miles for the day, 13.5. Miles for the week, 32.4. Miles for the month, 112.9. Miles for the year, 628.2.
So now that you got the update on the miles, let's talk about the monthly challenge. Every single month, I challenge myself to a 100-mile challenge. And I do that in honor of a fundraiser of my choice, where I also donate to that fundraiser. And we've raised money for 4 great fundraisers so far in the month of January, February, March, and April. Now we're here in May. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So for the month of May, the fundraiser I chose to try to donate to where I made my donation to, but we are raising more money for, is To Right Love on Her Arms. They focus on mental health awareness and addiction and substance abuse. A hotline that you can call if you need to talk to someone. So keep that in mind if you are going through any kind of mental health issue. It's a hot one out here today, guys. So other than that, let's just kind of, if you would like to donate to this, actually, you can find the link to donate to this fundraiser, the May 100 Mile Challenge in honor of To Right Love on Her Arms. You can find the link on the Defining Discipline Instagram and the Defining Discipline Facebook stories, as well as my personal page's Instagram and Facebook story. So if you'd like to donate, find the link to donate there. 29. Alright. This way. Okay. So I get that times are tough right now. You may not be able to donate, but would still like to help out this month. The best thing you could do is you could at least click that share button on the fundraiser, so other people will be able to see it and they'll be able to make donations. Other than that, let's just talk about mental health a little bit. It's something that I have gone through in different bouts of my lifetime. I had a recent bout back in late 2019, and one thing that really helped me curb it is getting out here and doing this. It's when I started my running, and really exercising, and just exercise alone has helped me, especially mentally, really think and help my anger levels and a lot of things that I've been struggling with. That's first and foremost. I know not everyone has the option or the time to exercise. I think you'd be able to find some, but hey, it is what it is. If you can't, the best next thing you could do is consult to a doctor. Maybe try to get on some medication. Don't be ashamed. Everyone has to sometimes. Alright, now I'm going to 12. Alright. Everyone has to sometimes, so don't be ashamed if you get put on medication. So if that's the resort, or that's the, not the resort, but that's the route you have to take, that's fine. Take it. Another good thing you could do if you're suffering or know someone that is suffering is just to talk to someone. A friend, a mentor, even a stranger sometimes. Just reach out to one of these hotlines and talk. Sometimes just talking things through can really give you a different perspective. Other than that, guys, let's just kind of get into today's episode. Man, this pack is really loose on me, flopping everywhere. It's killing me. Alright, so episode 142. We're out here putting in big miles, and for that reason, we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing right after this, and that is taper. I got a big race coming up, and yes, I am running every day too, so that's a challenge, but I don't need to be putting my best efforts and big miles in, knowing I got a big race coming up and I'm trying to get a good time. So the best thing for me to do is really to slow my roll, try to take it easy, try to slow down my miles, slow down my speeds. See, right now is a good speed out here, even though I'm out on the trail, so. Coming up to a marker here, let's see where we're at, and we'll continue talking about the taper. Okay, we're going to 11, so we're going this way. Alright, Alright, now back into the woods, guys. Alright, so for the taper, like I said, sometimes, you could take this any way you'd like to. Here, I'm going to flip this around real quick so you can see the beautiful view. Alright, so sometimes the taper, you could take this in life in general. When you got a big event coming up, it's not always best to, stay up late, staying busy, studying, overstudying, overthinking. Sometimes the best move and the best thing for you to do is really just start preparing yourself, trying to take it easy. I need to go to A. So 9. 9 is down, alright. So I'm going down, not I'm going this way, alright. So yeah, whatever it is, whatever big race or big event you got coming up, instead of over preparing for it, hello. Instead of over preparing for it and really wearing yourself out and wearing yourself thin, the best thing you could probably do is really just take it easy. And that's something I'm going to be doing here within the next few days. I'm still going to probably run, I think tomorrow I'm going to do a 5-miler, which is the biggest one I'm going to do. Then I'm going to cut them down to 5Ks for the rest of the month. Then in the beginning of June, I'll probably just do 1.5 miles until race day. So, and all these are going to be really slow paces. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. Today's a trail day. Tomorrow I think I'm going to make another 5-mile loop trail day. And then, that's pretty much it. Then try to start really taking it easy. So, for your daily discipline, guys, think about those events. Think about the things where maybe you overdid it on the weeks coming up, getting ready for something, over studying, over preparing, getting blisters or whatever it is, where you think, you're really gonna do good and you overdid it, and then the day comes and you're just not, your full potential is not there because you wasted it on the build-up for this. So think about those times in your life. Think about the times when you prepared, didn't necessarily have to stop completely your, preparing for it, but to really slow it down and not overwork yourself or overthink yourself. And beautiful tree. So think about those times in your life. And for your daily discipline for today, it is to taper. Start your taper on those things that you're overworking yourself to death on, whatever it may be. If you're overworking yourself on something, start to taper and start putting your attention towards something else and start taking it easy and get ready for the big day when you actually need your strength for it. So that's all I wanted to talk about for the day today, was getting ready for this taper, getting ready for this race. I'm super excited. I don't know how great or how fast or anything like that I will do. I plan to try to, keep a good pace going, keep it moving, but at the same time, I'm trying to prepare myself and maybe not try to really crush the hills day of the race too. So I'm going to even kind of taper within the race itself. When I find a really big graded hill, instead of really giving it my all, maybe slow it down a little bit, use that as my breather to take it slow, get some water while going up, fuel, and then when you get to the top, just get back to a nice average pace because I'm going to be running 31 miles. So you got to keep that pace a good decent pace. You don't want to burn myself out. I want to keep that race even tapered at a nice, good, steady pace. So like I said, your daily discipline is figure out what you can do to taper in your life and how you can taper and what it is you need to taper within your life, and get your head off of it and your mind off of it for a little bit. And get your body recuperated. What is it that you need to taper from, and how are you going to do that? That is your daily discipline for the day. Maybe just tapering from your daily life of your walls in your room. Maybe get out there into nature. It's beautiful out here, guys. Don't waste away. Other than that, thanks for listening. This is episode 142 of the Defining Discipline podcast. We're out here grinding, putting in a half marathon for the day. Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Yeah, thanks so much for listening. If you guys can, please give the podcast a like, a follow, subscribe, and a share on our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys have been listening on. Thanks so much. Got some things in the works as well you guys can look forward to. I promise. This is episode 142. We're signing out. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 143 of the Defining Discipline podcast. Peace.